In fact, when Roundtable Fatal, you should be able to drag them up too if you can.
Yeah, I probably could be able to. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, it's late. Oh, there's a lot of things to be talking about today, though. Shit. Xbox niggas in denial. PC niggas wanna act like they Xbox niggas now to make these Xbox niggas feel better about the shit they been going through. Oh,
What?
nigga, they be like, hey, I got Xbox niggas telling me, well, it's just like the 1020 Ti or whatever, 1080 Ti or whatever the fuck. I'm like, nigga, the Xbox, like PC don't got fucking generations, my guy. Like, who gives a fuck about like the 1080 Ti? Like they was comparing PC to to Xbox and saying that their PC games, like I mean the PC chips are exactly what's going on, like what's going on with the Xbox not having new games. They're saying because I'm telling niggas like, hey, Xbox's next generation doesn't start until 2022, right? Which is me low key, and I'm low key baby trolling on that. But at the same time, I'm kind of low key not because as far as Microsoft goes, they're not making next generation games fully until 2022, and they'll get some third party games and blah blah blah.
Well, they did say a year to 2 years. They said a
A
year
year to 2 years. So
so
I'm saying 2022.
yeah, so possibly, yeah, so
Yeah,
possibly.
up to 2022. But we know that.
Oh yeah, 2022. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm
You're
saying
right.
because it come out in 2020. You thinking because we
Yeah,
yeah. I know. Okay,
yeah,
you said it
yeah, yeah,
2019. I know. I got
yeah.
you. So I mean, if the
That's a
niggas,
decent amount of time, man.
that's a long
Yeah.
time to not have no first party because we
My,
at the end of the day, first party games are the ones that are supposed to truly utilize the machine. That's why there hasn't been another The Last of Us like level on the PS3 or of a God of War level on third party games for the PS3. For the PS4. Like the developers that you own that is in your company that is solely making games for your console don't gotta worry about making games for everybody else, making the same game for everybody else console. So I mean, fuck. I'm just saying. What's up, chat? What's up, y'all niggas? Fuck niggas and fuck niggas. What y'all niggas doing? How y'all niggas
Somebody
doing?
wants in here.
yeah, yeah.
Who?
Holla at Eddie.
Oh, holla at Eddie. Who is Eddie?
Yeah.
Eddie Williams.
I don't even know who that is.
Might be.
I guess you could drag him down if you want.
Drag him down.
Yeah,
All right, give me a sec.
we got a few things to talk about. Are we doing intros now, or are we gonna wait till later?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck either, nigga. I don't.
What up, everybody? What up? What up?
What up? What
What
up?
up?
Chillin'. What up, everybody?
Say, Trash.
What's good?
Guess
Good.
what?
What happened?
I just did. I just joined Kid Smooth thing.
Oh, I mean, he's a good guy. He's nice.
He is. He cool people though,
He's
bro.
nice and
But
confused, but he's. I mean, I
Oh
I
yeah,
wish he would.
kid did just go live not too long ago.
I wish he would go. I wish. Is he live? I could have went up in there and chat on him. I didn't even know. But
you could go join his
Yeah,
stuff now. It's
no,
open.
nigga,
You
the
could go
round
join.
yeah,
table,
it's open.
the round table has begun, nigga. Is that nigga more
Yeah.
important than the table, nigga? Please,
Hell no. I
please.
had to get kicked out. I just got out.
Like,
I didn't want
what
to
I'm
be
gonna
in.
do? Argue it with weirdo niggas? Like, I ain't got time. I mean, if the nigga want to come in, he's more than welcome. But nigga, we eating right now. You know what I'm saying? We just put the bread down on the table, nigga. Still got Ian drink sitting here. He ain't even drank it. He get a little, and then get drunk off of ordeals.
That irk and jerk.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Xbox. Nah, what we gonna talk about first? What y'all want to get on? Draco, what you want? I know you wanted to say some shit.
Well, I mean,
What I'm about to say.
what I was talking about is Sony skipping E3. I mean, I don't really give a fuck about the Xbox shit because I mean, I wasn't interested in the Xbox no way to begin with. And this is just more news to tell me that you made the correct decision. That's all it said. You know what I mean? There wasn't nothing beyond that. I mean, 2 years from now, basically, is when you actually get an Xbox game worthy of the generation of that of that series. And I'm like,
Hold on, which one of you niggas is eating or walking or both?
Yeah.
God damn, who is that?
Somebody
Holla
ain't
at
closing
Eddie.
their mouth when they chewing.
Hold on, let me mute
Chewing
him.
with his mouth wide open and shit.
Yeah, it's this nigga. Go
It
ahead, go
must
ahead.
be Teddy. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Teddy.
yeah. Nigga got me fucked up. This nigga got on high heels and shit. Go ahead, my nigga. What you?
No,
High heels.
I'm just saying though,
AirPods in.
like
Got
I'm
them
just saying though,
AirPods
like
in.
2 years from now is when we actually gonna get a game worthy of Xbox, this generation Xbox, and I'm like, that's a good solid 2 years, man.
Man, I'm saying,
From
my nigga.
now basically,
I
because
mean,
it's a year for the gen to start.
Right,
But we start right now because y'all ain't got no games right now, son. Like, you
nigga.
know what I mean? So it's still at least 2 years from now. And here's the thing though, does that mean I'm still confused on that because does that mean Halo, the next Halo that's coming out here very soon, is not next gen level? It is this gen level?
Nigga, you seen that picture I
I'm
posted?
confused. I'm so confused. I
Nigga,
don't know.
I
Like,
mean, to
did you
tell
see
you,
that picture I posted?
to be real though, when we never really got anything that was hot the first year when the console
Hot.
like
Hey, I got you.
they topped
Hey,
top tier shit. We never really got anything until like that fucking
right,
second year.
right, and that's awesome. But
So it's normal.
but
So it's
no,
normal.
it's not normal because I still got games that was made for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I still
you're
got.
not.
Yeah, that's somebody's shit. Somebody's shit is fucked up. That's but
No, that was just Tay on Discord.
oh
His Discord thing is all fucked up, man.
oh shit. Well, nah.
Yeah. What Discord fucked up? Yeah.
Yeah, because that was myself, but it sounded all fucked up. But no, I don't say it's the same because you don't buy a console. You don't buy a console without the games. It's like buying a table without the table legs. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
you all you
all
have
right.
is the something that you eat on. You don't have you can't use it properly, man. Like
Well, but here's the thing, though. No, I want to get the misconception out the way. When we say because when we say things like, oh, well, ain't shit come out for real in the in the first year or so of the console anyway. It's true, yes, but shit does come out. It's just not fire. But it's the games are meant
That's
for
what
that
that's what
generation,
that's what I was that's what I was
right?
saying.
right.
That's what I
But
was saying. They
but
top tier
for
shit
you
don't
to
really come out
even
to
say that basically
slip.
means that you're negating the fact that they ain't doing that shit at all. Like there's just no new
I'm
shit
no
for that
no no no
generation.
no.
Like
I'm
that's
saying this is no. What I'm saying is this is the first year that anybody has came out and say, hey, we're not really gonna
no,
have shit until
bruh.
the second
No,
year.
That's
that's not
not
the same
true.
shit. It's not the same shit, bruh. That's not the same shit.
And
You
it's
see,
not
when
true.
PlayStation, look, yeah, when
Because
PlayStation 4
Zelda
started, right?
Breath of the Wild came out, and that shit won Game of the Year. And then
Exactly, but that's
Mario
that's
came out the
Nintendo. We
same.
don't we don't
Mario
But
came
that
we
out the
don't
that
same
bring up
that
year.
that was
Nintendo.
that was also on
We,
fucking Wii U
Oh
though,
yeah, you're right.
so
You're
you
right.
can't even
You're
count
right.
that.
no.
You're right.
Here's
You
what
can't
Okay,
even
I'm.
count
okay.
that.
You're right.
No,
But
here's what
then
I'll
they
say.
came
Here's
out. But
what
then they
I'll
came
say
out with
about
Mario
no,
Odyssey.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
No. That's not even the point. Look, the point is that's not the case though. They always come out with games during the first year. It may not be good, but they come out with them to flatly out say that it's not like. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like, and myself included, not really the fan of the order like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it came out first year.
Fucking
You feel me?
Infamous came out
Like
first year.
a lot of shit came out for it might not be
Yeah,
the games that
I
you
think
want like God of War and shit. That's just down the line, but you get some good shit
Right.
to some, and maybe to others. There's like, it's alright. That's why they're not popping like that. But they have enough of a base. There's plenty of people asking for the order. You know what I'm saying? Sequel and shit. I can go both ways. Either way, it's cool with me. Whether they do another one or not, it's whatever for me. But at least you get those. You know what I mean? And Xbox is the same way. When Xbox first came out this
they came
generation,
out
they
for
had some shit.
Rise. They had
They had Rise.
fucking
They had all this
Right.
other shit, right?
Dead Rising
Now you may
3.
not
They
like
had
They
them,
had Killer
you know what I
Instinct.
mean? But you
yeah.
can't say that they didn't at least put some shit out. Some people like them.
You can't put
I
Well,
it.
it
mean,
You
Rise
hasn't
can't
even.
came
come
I
with
out
don't
with.
even
everything.
think
I
it's
mean,
been
after all,
confirmed. But I don't even think it's
everybody
been
copy off
confirmed
of
that
Rise,
Halo
man. You
Infinite was
feel me?
coming out.
So I mean,
I don't think that it was been confirmed that
no shit.
Halo Infinite would be on the Xbox One.
You can't come out.
Has it?
You can't come out with new hardware and not have any software to go along with it, man. That's the point. Rather, whose problem is it if they not making the greatest of games in the beginning of the gen? That's not our problem. That's their that
No,
burden
no,
is for
no.
them. You know.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's our problem. It is a problem. But what I'm asking is, we know Halo Infinite is titles for the Xbox Series X.
You
Was
know,
it confirmed that it was going to be on the Xbox One? Was
Nigga,
that confirmed that it was going to be on the Xbox One?
what
Because
was?
if not, then that
What
is.
well, that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying, Tay. So is that is that
Wait.
to be true that
What
Halo
game?
is
Halo's gonna be on
Halo,
all systems. It's gonna be on
right?
all their consoles and PC.
So it's not a true next
It's not a
gen
next gen
like game
game. No, it's
because
a cross gen game.
because in my opinion,
So that's
when
been confirmed. That's been
Xbox,
confirmed.
That's been confirmed.
here's what I'm
Yes.
saying about that, right?
Okay.
When the reason why it's like that is because right now the Xbox Series will be once it comes out will be the new hot shit, right?
Yeah.
And having a One X is the equivalent of having like a Slim compared to it.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
in about 2 years from then, they'll come out with games worthy of those X series generation. But that's because another console is about to come out within that year or so. I promise you, I feel like they're gonna come out with a console every 2-3 years because they've been doing that for the last 6-7 years. Think about it. Every 2 years they came out with a console. It might be in the same generation, but they came out with one every fucking 2 years. So don't act like the Xbox Series won't come out with another one 2 years after that. You know what I mean?
But you know there's already going to be two already out of the gate.
Exactly.
The low end and the high end. That's probably
exactly.
how we're
They
getting.
they already pump it out, let you know that it's coming. Like in the next 6 years, you're gonna see 3 different iterations of the series. You know what I mean? And that's how they're gonna do it. And that's why you don't see the games for this for the series generation. God damn, it's such a dumb name. Xbox Series X, right?
Well, the name is actually Xbox, and then the series is whatever.
Right. Well, you know what I mean. I gotta. But I have to say it in a way where you know which console I'm talking about. I can't just be like the Xbox. You like which one you talking about? The One X, or you talking about the new one? You know what I mean? I have to at least say the series part so you know that I'm talking about this cylinder, square, box ass motherfucker, right? The cylinder is not even a box. I don't even know why it's a cylinder.
Just replace one word and there you go. You're good to go, man. Just replace
but
one with series.
that's what I'm saying. So you won't see those games because once you hit 2022, that's when another console is about to come out. So they're gonna go ahead and do that shit for the series, and the One X will be basically a dead fucking console, and they'll like leave it behind. They say they won't. Nobody leave behind, but you can't play fucking Mario Switch on a Super Nintendo. It doesn't work. It has to. You know what I'm saying? It continues on, and the fucked up part is that's what you do when you hype power. That's all you get. You feel me? Because all you gonna get is more power, more power, but you ain't gonna get shit else. All right?
Hey, at the end of the day, the way I see it is, you can't buy hardware without software, my nigga. These are 2-in-1 thing, my nigga. You cannot. These systems are based on gaming. If you don't launch games with your gaming console, then what are you doing? Are you just depending on third-party games? Like we've seen that all throughout the
like
Xbox
most
One
console
X.
gamers do.
Yes, my nigga. But Fatal. So you fucking telling me that it's okay for a company to come out with some new shit, tell you pay me $500-$600. Oh, we're not gonna have games based on this technology yet, though. We're gonna have to wait 2 years and hope that third-party games.
Hey, I wait for 3 to 4 years to buy my console anyway. So that whole entire 2 year wait is irrelevant for me.
We are not talking about Fatal. I am asking Fatal a question. I'm not asking Fatal about.
Well, I'm giving you my opinion.
Okay, that's your opinion, and that's awesome. But
yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't give a fuck about anybody else's.
But no. As bad as third-party games have been, as far as gouging people for all this bullshit, first party is supposed to be your safety net. Even Microsoft has stopped making that the safety net of getting the whole game for your money. But how is that okay? How is this going to help anything, my nigga? Like, I mean, I don't understand. I'm lost. I'm at a loss.
It's gonna help me.
I'm at a loss with the people who are now saying, who at one day was saying it didn't have no exclusive, that's why I didn't buy it, to where now it's like, oh, it doesn't matter if it has exclusives or not. Like these motherfuckers saying, I didn't buy a PlayStation because they didn't have exclusives in the beginning. It was all about exclusives. Y'all had power, yeah, but you didn't have exclusives. Now, these motherfuckers don't got absolutely they have announced no exclusives, bro. Like, they announced it. So, why is that okay now? Like, I don't get why motherfuckers would rather get fucked in the ass and then purposely like move their booty towards the dick. Like who why would you do that to yourself? Like at least say, hey, I would like games with my gaming system, at least. Right? At least if the same Xbox ain't got no games, ain't said nothing to Microsoft, or Microsoft said they're listening to us. They're listening. We're doing this because we're listening. Remember that shit? We're listening. Well, we've been saying Xbox ain't had no games for how long? How come they ain't listening to that?
2 years.
Nigga, 2 years, no games. 2 years, no games.
I mean,
and we've been saying
exclusive-wise on one specific platform, no, but there has been games that haven't come out, but they haven't fared any good.
Right, but we want Xbox games. We want the best games that the Xbox has to offer. And even if they're not as good as they are in the future, that's still the best that they have to offer. Like when Killzone came
Halo,
out,
Gears, and fucking Forza.
when Killzone
But
came
Halo and
out,
Gears went downhill though.
when Gears, I'm talking about launch games, nigga. So when Killzone came out, when Rise came out, that was the best the Xbox had to offer at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Killzone was on Xbox?
No, I'm talking about with PlayStation, Killzone, and Knack. Well, I wouldn't say Knack. I liked the Knack, but some people didn't. But Killzone,
Yeah, I like Knack too as well, but I know a lot of people didn't.
Showcase. It was a showcase of the new technology that we had. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else was doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Rise was showing off the technology that Microsoft had. Forza, even though it's a fucking racing game, it's very easy to make it beautiful, was still showing off the power that the Xbox had and what was the difference between this generation and the next generation. You know what I'm saying? Why they aren't doing that this generation is beyond me. You could do both. Make Forza work on all of them, but then at least have like 2 or 3 games, or even 2, just 2, that run only on your system, that shows off the power and prowess of what the fuck these people just bought. I would be just as mad as let Sony say some shit like, I ain't coming out with no games, but they'll say it in Spanish and shit with sake in their mouth. Like, not Spanish, but you know? Like, they'll say it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I would be just as pissed off, bro. I'm not buying your shit, bro. I'm not fucking buying your shit. Why do I need to buy your shit? I don't give a fuck about resolution and lighting,
that
bitch.
That would freak me the fuck out. If Japanese dude come out and start speaking Spanish to me and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, they're not gonna have any games coming out in 2 years. But if they show you games coming,
they always show.
Is that a different story?
It's not a different story.
Is that a different story?
No, they've already announced that these games. They already announced you won't have any support for the first year. That's all I need to know. If we're gonna go on, they already showed us Hellblade. That's what's coming.
No,
right?
What I'm saying is because Xbox used to say that shit to PlayStation guys at the beginning of the generation, and they was like, "Oh, we know the games are coming. They showed us the games. They coming. I'm still getting the PS4,
right?
Because we know they coming,
right?
So."
Yeah,
it's kind of the same situation.
No, it's
so
not. It's definitely not the same.
If they do show you, no. Well, I mean,
Fable's not going to be out for at least a couple of 2 to 3 fucking years.
At the end of the day, it did launch with games that was only available on the PS4. You know what I'm saying? Like they showed you, like Killzone looks better than Halo. I just showed you the picture of Killzone looking better than Halo Infinite, my nigga.
Yeah, but that shit was trash.
Yeah, and so is Halo. But at the same time, it's still like you guys gotta understand that's on a 1 teraflop machine, my nigga. Versus how many? 12? They claiming 12.
All I know is processing power.
They claiming 12. Like I'm just saying, like obviously the PS4 base PS4 is way less powerful than the Xbox Series X, right? And then they show a side by side comparison of these games, and they're both sci-fi. Like Killzone was supposed to be the PlayStation's battler against Halo back in the day, remember? So they're like basically the same. Terribly. They're going for the same thing, and it looks way better. Not just better, way better, my nigga. Like I mean, that shit should be scary as fuck to niggas. That's scary as fuck to look at, cause it's like, damn, these niggas like, oh, that shit look good. But then when you compare it to a launch game on the PS4. That's an issue with me, bro. Halo is your number one. Halo is the one. Is when you walk in the room, you show that bitch off to all your family and friends. You put her on your motherfucking insurance and shit. Make sure that she get her titties fixed.
Your insurance.
You know, that's that bitch. Feel me?
Pure
That's that
insurance.
bitch. And it's like
Jesus Christ.
I just keep looking at these Xbox niggas like, huh, y'all niggas are letting these niggas, y'all looking sus as fuck now. Like y'all just want friends. Like I was telling Sick, what's up, Sick? I see you in here, nigga. Like I was telling Sick in his podcast earlier. I think these niggas just want friends, my nigga. Real shit. I think they just want friends and people to agree with them. Like my girl, she got a lot of homegirls, my nigga.
Oh, you talking about the bots? I thought you were talking about
the
PlayStation.
bots.
I mean,
the bots.
I thought you were talking about Xbox.
No, not Xbox fans, because there's difference between the actual Xbox fans. Those are the ones who's pissed off, and the ones who are just bots who just want to argue and make an excuse for everything. Those niggas just want friends, my nigga. There's no other way around it. You're not doing it for gaming purposes, because if you were, then you'd be pissed off. Regardless of how you want to look at it, we want games, right? That's the end of it all. That's the end all be all is the games. It's not the console. It's the fucking games, period. So it's like, if you can't do the main thing in gaming correctly, if you can't bring us that in the first 2 years of this new console and you want my money, you are not supposed to be able to get that money, and they are not supposed to act like it's okay unless they don't want to lose friends.
I can't wait to see what direction they're gonna do with fucking Fable.
I mean, to be real here, if they showed me something that they're working on and that shit look hot, I'm still gonna get the console regardless.
Right.
Wait for Fable, Ted.
Same thing with PlayStation. Same thing with PlayStation.
Right,
They showed me something that's hot.
Absolutely
If they were the one, and if it was a flip mode, and PlayStation was the one that came out and said, "Hey, we ain't gonna have shit for 2 years."
I ain't fucking with them for 2 years.
At this next PlayStation show, we're gonna show y'all what we're working on, and that's coming out in the next fucking 2 years.
Oh, cool. So I'm a PlayStation 4 gamer until that point.
Yeah,
is what you tell me.
Yeah, don't get a PlayStation for 2 years. You know what's gonna happen in 2 years, Tay? A price cut. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that's what's going.
A price cut.
Bundles.
That early, you reckon?
Bundles.
Hey, the Xbox price cut. Xbox.
Oh, I'm not done you.
Nigga, Xbox One took like 3 price cuts in like 2 years. I think it was 3. You know what I'm saying?
No, those were the first.
They removed the Connect and then they price cut it.
We're temporary.
No, they made them permanent. They remember they removed.
Oh
the
yeah,
Connect.
They removed the Connect when Phil took over.
Right, and then that same year in the Black Friday time they lowered the price, and then they made that price permanent.
Those were too low ones.
Yeah,
those were too.
And then they did it one more time, and then after that they did it one more time at the end of the year.
That's when it was permanent.
That's when they did it.
Yeah, that was permanent.
Yeah, so it's like I mean, if Sony were to do the same thing, then nigga, I could play my PS4, play the same exact fucking games that y'all coming out with in the next 2 years, and wait until you cut the price of your overly expensive fucking console. If it's $100 and ain't got no new games, it's overly expensive to me. Got me fucked up. I got one right here. You know?
Facts.
Yeah.
So, look at the wife. She must.
What the?
Yeah, you finna get a whoop if they could.
Nah, but
you got a fucking soap opera freaking ringtone for your girl, bro?
Yo,
she's lovely.
Hey,
she's cute.
No argument there.
But to be real, I wouldn't get either one of these consoles until after the first year.
So what does all this shit about Digital Foundry didn't seem too happy?
About what?
I don't know. I just came across this post and says Digital Foundry staff doesn't seem to be happy.
Motherfucker. Yeah, we don't want to hear your sexy stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
No, talking to Thrash. Mute yourself. I know.
Yeah.
Some dude by the name of John Linman or something like that. I don't know. He left a couple of freaking tweets. He doesn't seem to be too pleasantly happy.
About what?
I think it related to Microsoft, I think.
Ain't that white dude with the shotgun?
I don't know. He's advertising like some white dude with glasses, man.
Well, it's Digital Foundry. They're all white.
Why are they listening to the tweets that the dude that fucking Thrash killed already for
I'm saying.
I don't know. That's why I was just wondering, because I mean, I don't know.
It's me behind a breakdown again.
Man, it's
Yeah,
not
I'm
made
not
for
fully
he
on
tried to
board with
keep.
this myself. The
He
extremely
did it.
underpowered
He did a
CPUs
digital
last gen
foundry.
consoles have been. What the
What
fuck?
y'all,
Yo,
what
he
y'all
did
say?
it. He
What
didn't.
y'all say? What
He
y'all
didn't
niggas say?
do. He haven't did a. He
We
hadn't did
told
a
your ass to
digital
mute your
foundry
shit.
video.
Ain't nobody trying to hear.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, I
yeah,
thought I
old
muted him,
soft
nigga. You
talking
didn't
ass
mute?
nigga. Baby,
No, hell no.
Oh shit, I was over there listening to my
baby,
girl
did you
getting
get?
her something to eat and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Came on.
Baby, did you get some food?
Did you get
Yo,
some?
you're
Hey,
in
did
the
you eat?
I'm
pagan.
a cook.
Stop
I'm a
it.
Hey,
clean.
hey,
I'm a
y'all
cook.
niggas
I'm a
lucky I didn't
clean.
mention what she did now. Nah.
Dead ass
There's
beat.
no
That nigga
reason.
stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, but we was talking about the digital foundry dude that you killed already, and he just playing
Hey,
playing the narrative right now.
hey, I mean,
He
he
ain't did
do.
it. He ain't
Fuck it,
did
I
a
don't care.
digital foundry video since you squashed his ass, and
Hey,
motherfuckers want to listen to him now.
hey, it is what it is. Like, motherfuckers told me, you ain't gonna check him again. I'm like, I'm not these niggas' daddy, nigga. Like, no, I did what I did. You can take it how you want to take it. Like, you should go from there. You don't need me no more. I exposed them enough, and I have more to expose them with. But like, why, nigga? I'm not no dick riding ass gonna keep doing the same shit ass nigga. Like, no, I mean, if my powers are needed, is when they come back and do the same exact shit again. Then I'll use the powers of exposureness. You know what I'm saying? Right now, no
Until
cap,
then, he released his power into 5 different rings.
nigga. I'm at
You
the
know what I'm saying?
I'm on 2K ass right now, nigga. I'm working on my 2K shit right now, nigga. I'm collecting all my data for 2K. Need to do that.
Well,
Then
so Halo Infinite is apparently being developed with PC in mind.
and Randall Thor, nigga, and Randall Thor.
Yeah.
I found out some shit about Randall Thor. I might have to.
Uh-oh.
Sweet.
I've been saying he been saying some. I've been saying that shit.
Yes.
Nice that y'all catch
Well,
up.
what
A
does he
lot of
say
people
now?
on
Careful, because
YouTube
I think he listens to this podcast,
like
man.
I
I
don't
really
give.
do
I don't
believe
give
that.
a fuck. I
Shit, he
bet,
does.
big
Oh
nigga.
Well, hey,
shit,
I'm
I
just
shouldn't have
saying.
mentioned his name now.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Oh
Seriously?
shit. That nigga finna show up at my house and show me how to cut a fucked up goatee. What he gonna do?
That's right.
He gonna bring
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
what he gonna
I'm
do?
Well,
sure you
no,
don't
I
want your
mean,
What he gonna
channel to be
do? He
banned
gonna
again.
show me his battle pass to Call of Duty or something?
Flag your video, your channel gets banned again for 3 months.
Look. All I'm saying is, I don't have no insiders.
Exactly.
I don't.
Do any of these people actually do?
I thought you had a bit of it.
Thanks, Matthew, cuz. I see you.
Because I've been hearing that a lot lately, man.
About what?
I've been hearing a lot of people claiming that they have like inside sources and shit, dude.
Man, I got inside sources too. That's how I got all the information about Digital Foundry, right? Like I got a chick on the inside, nigga. Her name is Roberta, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And
Roberta,
nigga. And she talked to me like old girl
yo,
from
fuck out of
007,
here.
nigga. Like why, nigga? Like I get
She
all my
from
information
Boston.
from her, nigga. She writes it in calligraphy. Like you know how you got cursive. No, this bitch got a calligraphy pen and writes me in calligraphy the whole motherfucking letter, nigga. And she telling me everything about these niggas, and that's how I got my information. That's how easy it is to lie because my information
I get
is
mine's.
true.
I get mine's. I get
It's
mine's from
just
the cloud.
yeah, exactly. No, but it's just as easy as reading. It's just as easy as reading and looking, bro. That's it. It's just as easy as reading and paying attention to what's going on. You don't need no fucking insider, nigga. Like all these people claim to be insiders are just saying the
Yeah,
obvious.
bit cloud.
You know, fucking just saying the obvious. Yeah, exactly. I knew this, and my insider source said this, and see, I told you I was right, even though they was half wrong.
Hey,
Like,
and real shit. Even though I don't have no insiders, I've been 85 to 90% correct about all this shit.
Oh my mama. I
And
could
if
have.
you don't think
See,
85% to 90%
you're a
is
lot better
impressive,
than
then y'all
mechanics.
out of your
So
damn mind. I
Oh
wish
my
I
mama.
had those kind of odds at the casino.
Yeah. I'm saying.
Tell me I'm 85, 90% correct every time I hit on blackjack. I'll come out there a millionaire in this bitch. Out of
you have
100
better
games,
odds
I'm
than
gonna win at
mechanics.
least 85 of them. Oh, it's a wrap.
Bruh,
Yeah.
I could have said I got an inside source that says Sony's not gonna come to E3 next year. And I could have said that shit last
And
year
voila.
when I said it in the first place that they're not going to E3 next year. I could have just lied and said I got an inside source. Watch, and I would be getting all types of clout right now. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas would be like, this nigga do know somebody. This nigga, what's his name? And I'd be like, Hanita, nigga. And like Hanada, whatever his name is.
I'm gonna be really real with you. You need bare minimum. I'm talking about bare minimum, at least 250,000 subs before I can even take you seriously about inside sources.
Oh my mama.
And that's bare minimum. 250 is still low as fuck to me, but that's bare minimum. Maybe you just happen to have like a good friend that works somewhere that he ain't supposed to be saying some shit, but he did say some shit to you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But bro, like just think about the mindset of that motherfucker that is the insider. What benefit did this motherfucker have besides from being this fuckboy's fucking insider? He don't have no clout. All you know of this motherfucker, oh, he's an insider, and that's it. You don't never know who this motherfucker is. But he's risking his fucking job for this shit. Are you serious? You think this is some bullshit? You can't just be putting this information out there like that. You ain't signed no contracts. You know what I'm saying? You ain't signed no fucking non-disclosure in this bitch. Seriously? Your ass to be fired in a second.
Nigga, how
so you gonna risk it on 10,000 subs? Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You gonna risk that shit on 10,000 subs? Is what you're telling me? And motherfuckers won't even know your name. They just know your ass as this fuckboy's insider. That makes sense to you? Like, and I'm just like trying to wrap my head around the fact that like 1 out of 5 of these motherfuckers have an insider. I'm like, goddamn. Bruh. Insiders just can't wait to tell motherfuckers information out in this
like literally, if you got a PlayStation insider, that motherfucker could go to Microsoft and sell them information. Be making way more money than they would giving it to some fuckboy named Randall Thor or fucking Boxy Games or some fucking shit. Like,
and I'm gonna be 100% with y'all, man. I don't care how cool we are. I'm not jeopardizing my job for shit.
What's good, fellas?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? I'm not gonna tell none of y'all what's up with my company, like the shit that they want to keep secret. I ain't telling y'all that shit. I don't care how good we are, man. It's my job, and I'm keeping this to myself.
Yes.
Hey, my nigga.
Are you crazy?
Hey, Thrash, I just want to say congrats on you and your missus, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know y'all was together that long, man. Congrats, man. Yeah. That's rare. That's rare nowadays.
Yeah, man.
Stop sucking up the Thrash, yo.
Hey, man, I'm just showing the man respect, bro.
Hey, thanks,
nigga, go eat some bacon, nigga. Like, ain't on me.
Like, congratulations or nothing. Oh, racist ass. Nigga mad.
Hey, yo, Fado,
what we trying to say is, Fado,
what you been playing lately?
Cheating and shit for the last. Good job not getting caught.
Yeah, I know you clapping some cheeks on the side.
No,
I was saying, good job not getting caught. You know what I'm saying?
I work too much, nigga. Like real shit. And I do round table with y'all, fuck nigga. I don't feel like doing shit after this, nigga. Balancing y'all.
Tyler, that's when you do that Bill Clinton move. You fuck who's closest to you.
Nigga say, yo, I ain't fuck that bitch.
I did have a coworker that was bombed though, but no, I wouldn't. I couldn't. I just I can't.
Gotta resist, bro.
Gang, nigga. You seen that gangster look I had though, nigga. Like, psst. Nigga, why everybody keep thinking I had a fucking Bud Light, man? You like a Bud Light nigga to y'all niggas? The fuck?
What are you doing?
Bud Lights out here.
Correct.
Yo, so is it all doom and gloom with Sony right now, or are they good?
Wow, why would it be doom and gloom? Like they did this last year, and it didn't affect them at
all. So speaking of doom and gloom for Sony, right now that we, what I want to ask is because the answer to this question is pretty funny. Is Sony? They're gonna do their own shit? Of course they would, right? They gotta show off the PS5 somehow.
Right.
Is Sony gonna do it right before, right on, or right after E3?
They're gonna do it before E3.
I think before, honestly.
Yeah.
Before.
They gotta show the console.
Yeah.
Before.
I think they're gonna do a February reveal and then maybe like I don't know in May.
February? God
damn. I mean, they gotta show it someday, bro. Like they.
No, man, I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking they would do it either right on after E3.
No, there's supposed to be.
That's a little late, bro.
This is a good discussion. Because I want to know.
That's too late, bro.
Before.
How you gonna reveal a console and then you gotta build up the lineup after that?
There would be no point for them to skip E3 if they were gonna do it right on E3.
No, not necessarily. Why would I travel to your bum ass event where I could just do it from my crib?
No, but that's the thing.
Same day as E3.
No. Look. This is where you missing out at right here. Sony don't want to deal with the public, nigga. That's why E3 they don't want to do that shit no more anyway. They said this publicly that they don't want to. They're supposed to be a trade show. E3 is supposed to be a trade show. The public wasn't allowed at first, and then they allowed them. Then they didn't allow them, and now they're allowing them again.
Media.
Yeah, what they're gonna do is they're gonna do their own thing and have the media come, not Young Ye. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck Young Ye.
So here's how I look at it. Right here's how I predict the roadmap for PlayStation to be for the next 7 months or so. Right. The way I see it is, there's no reason for them to even show any information until when they're ready, and I feel like they're ready right on or after E3. And the reason here's my reasoning, right? Why show off your information early? If I tell y'all all the shit about the console, I show you what it looked like, what the capability are. I mean, what are y'all gonna talk about for the next 6 months?
Bro, they're gonna be building up hype. That's how you build up hype. People, yo, niggas been talking about specs since last year, bro. You don't think they're gonna be talking about the console?
What's up, Josh?
I'm saying,
nigga?
but are you gonna? But listen, are you gonna be able to have the same level of hype once you know all the details of the console? Now you get
But yo, Royal, they've been teasing for mad long already.
and y'all down every time PlayStation announce anything, motherfuckers lose their fucking mind.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing though. Here's the way I see it, right? They don't have to show none of that shit. They could just drop bits and information right around June-ish, right? And then they come out and blow all that shit out. Here's what the console looks like. This is the first couple games you might be seeing on the PlayStation 5, yada yada yada. Pre-order now, bam. And there's still about 3 months left until it actually hits stores. But pre-order now. Motherfuckers lose their mind. Why go ahead first? Because we know for sure Xbox is gonna be at E3. We know that for sure. So why not let them do them first? And you got to remember, PlayStation always had that luxury of being behind Xbox all the time. Right. And I don't know if y'all know this, but with the trade show, originally it was a trade show, and with trade show, whoever showed up is more important first, right? Whoever showed up first is more important. Nintendo be in the gaming game forever, so that's why they go last. They get the opportunity to go last, right? Because they was in the game before anybody. Then Sony, then Microsoft. That's why Microsoft always go first every year, because they came to the party late compared to Sony and Nintendo.
That's what I think it is. I think it's Sony's tired of going after Microsoft. That's why they're not showing.
Right. I mean,
so what are we talking about exactly though?
Think about how dope that is. Just dropping bits and information every time you drop a little thing here, a little thing there about PlayStation. Motherfuckers lose their mind. All these likes on Instagram, whatever the fuck that is. I don't really give a shit about that. But you know what I'm saying? Just drop anything. You drop a PS5 logo, motherfuckers lose their mind. I'm like, yeah, there's a P and the S and the 5 right next to each other. That's you know what I'm saying? That's
so what are we talking about exactly?
The PlayStation event, when it's going to be, like when is it going to be before or after or right on E3? And I felt like it's either right on or
hello there.
Is that Buns?
That was not.
That
wasn't me.
Damn,
well, hello there,
JDO.
sexy.
And JDO, what's up, niggas? I mean,
what's up, Bunny?
Hello.
How's it going?
Ooh, sexy girl.
Going good. You guys are on early and on a Monday. What's going on with this now?
I'm sick.
I'm fresh with bored.
Brand's was so fucking happy. He was like, "Yes, I'm right."
It's on some impromptu.
All right, let's go.
What, you right about what now?
About Sony not showing up to E3.
Well, the way they were talking last year, if you read in between the lines, it sounded like to me last year when they announced it, it sounded like to me they were testing the waters to see how people would react to it. And they saw that nobody really gave a shit, and they were like, okay, we'll just not go again.
Hey,
well, you know what? The testing grounds was the fucking releasing the PS5 logo and people losing their damn minds. They were like, all right, that's the go ahead.
Yeah, ain't no reason to even. but realistically, I mean, what's the end goal at the end of the day? The end show you the PS5 and have you buy it, right? That's the end goal for these events. So why go to a certain event if you don't need to? I just need to make sure motherfuckers know that the PS5 what it's capable of and when it's coming out. That's it.
Let me say this. Let me say this, right? It's these outlets that make E3 what they are because they are distributing the press.
Right.
It's not E3 that's doing it. It's the outlets, the GameSpots. They are the shows. So Sony just cut out the middleman. Why should I give it to IGN? I'll just do it myself. I got it.
Right.
Exactly. Why even show up there? I mean, I put out a logo for the PS5. Motherfuckers lose their mind. That's the type of shit if they do show up to E3. That's the type of shit they do. So this is our new QR code. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show off our new QR code for the PS5. There's the barcode for this dish.
Hey,
they just gonna show up random dumbass information.
If I'm gonna go off your theory, right? I say this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna announce the PS5 officially before E3. Show off the console at E3, and maybe the price and all that shit too at E3. I mean,
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it.
I mean, like after E3, not at E3, but like after E3.
Oh yeah. I think they're gonna add. I don't think they're gonna add salt to the wound and just do that shit after E3.
Oh yeah, what up,
I
Jenny?
feel like after E3, smart
they
move.
might show the console and the price at the same time.
Exactly.
I
feel like right on or after is a good move.
I don't think they're gonna
Because they're not gonna do. They're not gonna do before because that's gonna give too much. That's gonna give too much power to E3. They're not gonna do that. So what they're gonna do is
how would I give too much power to E3? So.
Nah, but guys, they could do this asshole move and announce at the same time Microsoft does their presentation.
Because if they do it before E3, right? Then everybody's going to tune into E3 to see what Microsoft got.
Exactly.
I mean, they're gonna tune in regardless. What the fuck?
I know. But if they're after, people,
don't nobody want to go first.
Yeah, so if they do it afterwards,
how you notice that? Yeah, that's a good analogy, bro.
If they do it after, right? Then everybody's going. If they're not going to be at E3, right?
I just wanted my Apple.
And then everybody is just waiting for E3 to see what Microsoft have and see what they got to offer. Then everybody's going to run in droves to see what Sony's going to go after with the direct shit.
I don't know, cause I mean, if the rumors are true and Sony is gonna come out with another $400 console, right? Like I'm saying, because the PS5 is gonna be less powerful than the X, right? So if they're coming out with that another $400 console, they might as well just it would be smart for them to go ahead and show the console and the price at the same time.
Well, here's the thing. I said this. I know I wasn't.
I think you have to show both at the same time.
I don't think they're going to show the. I don't think the price is going to be. I definitely don't think the price is going to be at the same time. They're going to build it up. No, I don't think so.
Didn't they reveal the price at the same time they revealed the PS4?
No, they're not going to do that. No,
they did the price of the PS4 and the. Wasn't it?
This is different though. This is not you guys can't take.
What's different about this one though?
They're not at E3.
I don't see
that's number one.
But they didn't reveal the price and the console at E3 though.
Yeah, why is it so weird to reveal both the console and the price at the same time?
Because the hype. You guys got to understand.
PS3 is when they showed the console and the price at the same time.
You got to understand. You got to understand the hype that comes along with it. If they show the console, show the games, right? Everybody's gonna be waited with bated breath to see what it is, and then they just drop it. It's $3.99, and everybody go fucking crazy.
So if I was the motherfucker presenting it, right? If I was to present or at least, if I was the motherfucker to
like 138.
If I was to be the motherfucker who write the floor plans for PlayStation, right? When they do the rollout for PlayStation, what I thought would be a good idea, and I'm thinking this is what PlayStation is doing. I could be wrong, but this is what it looks like. From now until the time they do release actual information, they will drop bits and pieces of the information about the PlayStation 5, whether it's about the type of service or hardware that it has, just little bits and pieces of information until the day actually hit. And when that day actually hit, they will show you the console, maybe show you a few games. I don't know. You know what I mean? But at the end of that, then they hit you with the price and talk about, because it builds, right? There's the PlayStation 5 is what it looks like, these type of games. And every time motherfuckers see a game, they're like, oh shit. They see another game. Oh shit. Oh, that's what the PlayStation 5 looks like. Oh shit. And it's $3.99. Oh shit. And it's available tomorrow. Pre-order tomorrow or today. Oh shit.
I think, and believe me, I will be taking off work for that shit. But here's the thing, right? I think what they're going to show
for any console. It works for Xbox too. They can
I think what's going to happen, right, is they're going to wait until a little bit after E3, maybe like a couple of days after E3 or after everybody's presentation is over, to show their little conference. But all they're going to show is the UI and games, right? Maybe Stagger was showing the controller, and then the final form will be showing the console itself with the price.
Which one makes
we'll see about that. I feel like it has to be, because I feel like you're staggering the shit of you, like breaking that shit up. You're gonna show the console off, but you're not gonna say the price. I feel like if I see it,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna show the console and the price. That's the last thing they're gonna do. Both.
Nigga, at the end of the day, Microsoft ain't got no games. All right, let's just be clear.
What are you talking about?
2020.
At the end of the day,
Sony, they absolutely got games.
Sony
they got Halo.
E3. Halo. What you mean? Halo is a. I said this shit earlier, cuz this shit right now is nothing more than a this gen refresh. All the fucking the way they doing this Xbox Series X is just another Xbox One X. It's just another this gen refresh, and that's it. Until they come out with games that are made for that system, that's all the fuck it is. So Halo's gonna be on every system, just like every Xbox One X game was on every Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit ain't gonna work simply because it's like we just spent money on the Xbox One X. You did nothing for it, and now you come up with this shit and you ain't doing nothing for it. Nigga, put your goddamn key rings away, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, goddamn panties and shit bouncing around.
This nigga got a grip of key rings with no keys. Like, nigga, fuck out of here. Exactly what it sound like, nigga.
No, I'm going inside. I had to fucking go in my house.
What's up, Diver, nigga? Oh, this nigga must be.
What's up, my nigga? How you doing?
Chilling, nigga. I see you up in here, face mouth ass, nigga. How you been, nigga? What's good? What's good with it? What's not good with it, nigga? How you liking the PlayStation not going to E3, but nigga? Is that the end like it was last year or what?
What are you talking about? Like them not going?
Them niggas had woke up this morning, right? They made them some breakfast rice cakes on some racial shit. And as they were making them, like they cut them into triangles, nigga. They cut them into triangles like a pie, and they throw a little bit of sriracha sauce on that bitch. And as he was eating it, he was like, "You know what? Fuck E3, nigga." And then a phone call was made, and then another phone call was made. Next thing you know, IGN is reporting it. So they're not going to E3. They're like, fuck E3, fuck Americans, fuck steak ass, fucking Staples Center. The Clippers are now the bosses of that fucking place now. Fuck that place. You know what I'm saying? LA is dirty as fuck.
Well, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I'm right. I'm always right because I'm fucking right, my nigga. Okay? Can I get my $20?
You said it makes you feel hungry?
You said that they were never coming back to E3.
Yes, and they're not.
Okay, so we know this because IGN says so.
No, we know this because
it's
been confirmed.
They said it.
It's been confirmed, bro.
It's been confirmed.
Relax.
Oh.
I'm the best. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can I get my fucking money? Nigga?
Now,
can you send?
Nigga, first of all, I didn't bet you any motherfucking money.
Can you send Coon his motherfucking headphones, please, nigga? Huh? Can we do that?
Nigga, I already sent that shit. They came back. Wrong address, nigga.
I'm just saying.
Coon gave me the wrong 8. I think it's the wrong zip code.
I wish Big Money was here. Big Money was the one that was.
He was the
main one that was like, "No, you wrong, Thrash. It's only the first."
He was like, "Yo, I just don't like the feeling of this."
Yeah, the E3 is disappearing. It is dead. It's gone. He like, it's the pinnacle of gaming. I'm like, it is, and it's dead because they got greedy. They got too.
I don't think they coming back.
No, I wouldn't go back.
I think they'll be back. I just think that.
Yeah, they're gonna sit because here's the thing. Sony has to buy or whoever the merchant is.
The year that they announced they fucking coming back.
Look, it's because it's like this, nigga. And Thrash ought to know. He works with that kind of company. If a motherfucker fuck you over once, then you say fuck you, and then they gonna come to you and be like, all right, nigga, look, I charge you half, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, come back. You know what I mean?
You better
not this time. Not this time.
Nah, they'll come back.
Nah, half ain't good enough, Diver, because they doing it for free while streaming busted ass streams, and we still wake up and watch it every time. If they announce they're doing a stream right now tomorrow, as trash as we know it always turns out, our dumbasses will be there to watch it every fucking time. Why do I
catch
need
the replay? Y'all can do that.
Oh, well, you gonna still watch it though, right? You gonna still
I'm
see
watching
it.
The message
will
though.
be. That's the whole point. The message will be received, and then our dumbasses will make a fucking live stream talking about it, making it last even longer, my nigga. Straight up. Real shit.
Well, I mean, as far as
I'm laughing because you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Let them announce that shit. Everybody be all over that shit like
for a fucking
name
for a fucking PS logo. People want ape shit.
and see,
Well,
I mean, the thing is,
we can like, you know what I'm saying, we can discuss what these companies are thinking as much as we want, but as far as we're concerned, as a consumer, I don't really give a fuck how I get that information. Just make sure you get that to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean,
no, but we
saying, whatever. Just make sure that you tell me what's up with this PS5 and what's good with it. That's all.
But we're saying this. We're saying like straight up, like they don't need E3, and E3 has been already going downhill anyway.
Well, we said that last year, but we was fanboying last year.
Yeah, not me.
I wanted it going. I wanted E3. I wanted E3 going. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I mean, I liked E3, but I knew once they started.
I liked it 15 years ago.
Once it was doing public
15 years ago,
it was a wrap. When they did public, it was over. I knew it was going to be over. It was over before. Sony left before. Y'all niggas forget Sony left before. And it's like, them niggas like, E3, this shit is all money. Nigga, E3 is charging them $55 million for a fucking stage? $55 million and then gonna charge people to come in and watch Sony. So Sony is paying E3 so E3 can make money off of them showing up. I wouldn't come either, nigga.
Well, the thing is they are paying E3, right? Who is talking?
Who the fuck's in the background talking, man?
I can't hear. I can't hear him. I muted that nigga. It's fucking Pablo fucking ass. Yeah. He's serving.
He just went. Yeah, he just.
Yeah, this fucking.
No, so what I was going to say is basically like, in order for E3, whatever entity that is, to reserve the space, the person or the company needs to pay for the amount of space to reserve. And if Sony's not paying, which they have the biggest space for that space, along with electricity and everything else, then that's automatically E3 losing mad money. Automatically. It won't be as big just by them not being there. And they don't need them. And they don't need them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, concession stand money is a motherfucker. All the money that you lose out on that, all the money you lose out.
You know how much hot dog was going for like $15 and shit for a hot dog.
I'm saying,
musty ass hot dog, nigga. Like this, no.
You got to think about it like this. Like, I used to work at the National Zoo in DC.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the concession stands. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All the money that was made from the concession stands went into upkeeping the zoo, along with donations and stuff.
Like a Regal Cinema, like a movie theater.
Okay, yep. So you gotta think, when I was working there, they were in bids to try to get paid. They were raising $1.5 million just to try to get this white tiger at the zoo, coming from the concession stand sales.
Facts.
Because you're gonna have to eat something.
Yeah.
When you're there. But you can't bring your own food. You're gonna have to pay that crazy ass price. But the bottom line is that they're finished.
I mean,
that's it. They may be very small. They may be very small. Like, they won't be finished, but they'll be like a small entity, like a fucking.
Aren't they redoing E3? I heard that they were redoing E3 to make it more fanfare for the fans.
Well, they have to redo it. They have to redo it regardless because the space isn't there anymore.
Now I'm talking about next year. I heard that for next year they were already changing it for the next E3 coming up. This year's E3.
Either way, I won't be there. I don't give a flying fuck what they do. That's how I feel about it. I've been stopped caring about them.
They ain't gonna lose no money if you ain't there, nigga. Who gives a fuck?
Man, I'm important.
Nigga. You make it seem like, nigga, like you got to stand or something, nigga. You coming out with new counsel or something. I ain't gonna be there, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
I ain't gonna be there. I ain't the only one that think that way either. Ain't nobody want that shit.
Business as a company, man. As soon as you start saying that, I don't give a fuck.
Start suing, what? Did he? Hey, what was the last time? Did you go to E3 every day? I mean, every year?
Hell no. I live out here. I don't go.
Have you ever been to E3?
No, I've never been.
Then what are you losing?
What the fuck are you talking about? What am I losing? We ain't talking about
No, nigga, you the one who jumped in. You the one who jumped in. I'm asking that nigga. The nigga who said he wasn't gonna go to E3.
Advertisements, Diver.
But I'm saying
pays the bills as well. So if I'm not watching that shit, they ain't getting paid.
Man, you gonna tell me you ain't gonna watch it?
Look.
No, I don't need to watch it.
Hold on.
Ain't nothing there for me.
Look, Diver.
Bullshit.
Let me tell you this. What would happen to the Staples Centers if the Lakers left and the Clippers was just there? Would they lose money or gain money?
Shit.
You only have Clipper fans there, nigga.
Would they lose money or gain money? I mean, at the end of the day, Sony is the biggest
Nigga,
name.
you talking about a whole squad. You talking about millions of people that support a team.
Yeah. Because
you know what I'm saying?
Because you not consider 106 million people.
Out of all you motherfuckers here, I hear one person talking about nigga. I don't give a fuck. I ain't going.
I mean, I'm not going either. I went twice.
You're not going.
That's how you look at it from a business point, man.
Nigga, you can't. No matter if you from a business or not. If your ass ain't never been there before, I ain't never losing anything if you don't go.
Hey,
that's all I'm trying to say.
Hold on,
I'm never gonna gain nothing from you either because I can't get
Hey, I don't buy Fords, but the motherfuckers are selling like crazy.
I got
my eyes is paying for their shit with all the advertisement. If my eyes ain't there, that's how it works with advertisements.
Hold on. I got a super chat. Goddamn, let me respect the super chat. They pay their money. Let them speak.
That's PD Pablo, man, because you got it on mute, so he super chatted.
No. That nigga Coon said we all gonna watch E3 with or without Sony. This is true. I'll be there to watch it. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna.
I'll be there to watch it,
but I'll watch it just to see what else was brought to the table. We'll see what Microsoft can do by themselves again. I mean, Sony giving these niggas like a 6 months head start. Like, nigga, we ain't gonna be there. Nigga, do what you do. And they did the same shit last year. And in fact, last year they said it in November. So it's like, what is Microsoft? I mean, Microsoft has already said they're not bringing games for the Xbox Series X. That's probably already fucked them up. Sony is low key trying to help Microsoft. That's why niggas should be looking at it. Here, Microsoft, go there by yourself and at least, I don't know, talk about teraflops and bring that nigga Sean Connery on this time and have them say everybody's beautiful.
Nigga say Sean Connery.
You know what I'm saying? Just saying, it's I don't know, bro. I mean, this, like I said, this generation is gonna be crazy as fuck. I've been saying this shit for a minute, and it's already happening. It ain't even started yet. This generation is gonna be the flip tide of everything because it's the streaming time now. So slowly but surely, all these conferences gonna go away, and they just gonna do this shit from their garages. I guarantee you, State of Play is
only been 13 days
in the
to a year.
State of Play is done in an office smaller than our view count, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's like and pay for none of that space either. Like it's in somebody's bathroom somewhere. They doing State of Play, and instead of paying $55 million for all this super space and buying orchestras and paying electric bills and paying for their people to fly across the fucking world to go to E3, hotel time, food, all that money, bro. Like it's countless amount of money they saving just by doing it like this.
Yeah, and Nintendo's already ahead of the curve. They've been doing fucking directs for years at E3. They don't even put on a live show anymore. Only thing they do is the Treehouse afterwards, which is like a little mini Nintendo event for 3 days after E3.
Yeah, Nintendo still have a floor space there, though. They still buy that floor there. They just don't do a conference.
Yeah, but they buy that floor space for their Treehouse Live.
Oh.
Like I usually tune into E3 after Nintendo for their Treehouse Live, because all the stuff they're talking about during the direct is what they're playing during the Treehouse to hype it up more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else got anything else to say on this bullshit?
I haven't spoken in such a long time.
I don't give a fuck.
I haven't spoken in a long time, so I just wanted to say this. So there was a lot of talk about the PS, because obviously when they unveil the PS5, they're going to have to talk about specs. And
don't start talking about fucking specs, man.
Oh, yeah, actually I am. So the thing is...
Oh, you fucking cunt.
And I'm not going to go into like crazy detail about like what the specs is or whatever the case is. Just understand that there's a lot more to specs. than just the numbers. And I will say this specifically because it's possible that if let's say the 9, which is false, let's say the 9.4 teraflops is real, they do have a discrete unit that handles ray tracing, and that could probably have its own teraflops. Microsoft is probably combining the two to get their number if it is even 12 megabits or 12 teraflops.
Yeah, but power don't matter. I don't even hurt my head over that shit.
Let me talk to you.
We already know that it don't matter, nigga.
Jemiah, I feel you as a PC dude. That's why that to you as a
Diver. It really doesn't matter, dude.
I care about power during this time of year because we have a new console coming out. So I care about it not as far as comparing it to the Xbox, but I'm comparing the PS5 to the PS4. And I just want to see if they justify going to the next generation or not. That's the whole point of it. And I care enough for for power to go towards the next generation, but that's all it really is. I just need to see a good looking game. You feel me? That's a good looking game that play well. That's all I'm really trying to fuck with. I don't really know these specs and numbers, and all the numbers and specs that you put out just sounds like this random ass Mongolian to me. I don't even know what the fuck you saying.
Damn, Mongolian. This nigga ready for Ghost of Tsushima.
Man, why you gotta be racist, nigga?
He ready for Ghost of Tsushima, my nigga. It's based on the Mongolian.
I mean, yeah.
Nah, but he right though.
I'm pretty sure I'm partially Mongolian. Genghis Khan took over every damn thing. I'm pretty sure
I think we all got Mongolian, nigga.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit, nigga. But nigga, like he was saying, like we should have learned that lesson this generation. It's like niggas not learning lessons. The 6 teraflop thing and all that shit showed absolutely nothing. All these motherfucking teraflops that whack ass PC got ain't got nothing on what console games is doing nowadays. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, why we shouldn't even worry about let PC niggas worry about overspending. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't even we should only care about the results. I don't care how your donuts are made, my nigga. Just give me the pink one with the sprinkles, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you did.
Nigga, give me the sugar one, nigga, with the glaze.
Exactly, nigga, give me what I want. Basically, you're right. Give me what I want. I don't care how it's made, my nigga. I don't fucking walk into a donut shop and be like, hey, how many teraflops is the computer that tells you how much dough you need, my nigga? Like, I don't need to.
It's 1.6, nigga.
That's their problem.
Word, nigga.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we need to really be like, gamers need to really be on their shit when it comes, like, especially this gen, because they trying to fuck us. They've been fucking us all this gen, and next gen they gonna try to fuck us even better, man, nigga. They want a new position. They want to lift a nigga leg up and shit. Like, niggas really need to be on they keeping their legs closed.
They trying to get that pregnant.
Yeah, from both sides.
On me, nigga. These niggas is trying to get it all, nigga. Like, and don't want to take a nigga out to lunch, nigga. Like, fuck. Can I get a burger? Can I get some avocado toast or something, nigga? They're not even like it's more like, look at EA. Look at we praising Star Wars still. That fucking game, nigga. And I'm like, cut, that shit not even up to par, my nigga. Like, it's not. We should be seeing
I haven't even played
games.
It yet.
We should be seeing good games and then seeing games feed off of that to get better and feed off of that to get better. That's how the PS2 got better. Shit started feeding off of each other and shit, and everybody started feeding off and copying off of shit. You got your innovators and you got your creators, but right now we just got people copying, and that's where we fucking up at. You know, we accepting too much shit, nigga. We letting these niggas rub our shoulders and shit, and then look at our mom between her titties like we just gonna allow that shit just because you giving motherfuckers arm massages and shit. Fuck that, nigga. Shuhei, all them niggas. Shuhei, all them niggas can get it when they come to me with that shit, man. Because niggas gotta stop being salty. Niggas gotta stop accepting this shit for what it is and start being like, hey, nigga, shut up. Like, shut up. Console war, why, nigga? Like, shut up. Look at what's happening right now, nigga. Console war, nigga. They literally just took your car, nigga. Console war. That's what you're talking about. You just paid your car note and they took it, my nigga. Console war still? Like, man, I don't know about you niggas. I don't know. I don't know, nigga. I can't wait to go.
Yeah, that shit almost happened to me, nigga. One of my first cars.
Nigga, somebody, you paid that.
They did one of those. They did one of those things. You paid the last payment. They give you a book. Back in the days, they used to give you a book. And you should just take a page from the book and just, send it in. Nigga, I had my last paper, nigga, sent it in. Them niggas try to repo my car at my wife's job because I still owe them $68.
Yeah, don't play, bro.
That's what
Nigga, they were
that's what
gonna
they
take
do.
that
with
car. If they
interest.
would have got in it, they would have
With
took it
interest.
straight to the auction, sold it for another few grand, and made their money. It was all legal. But some shit had cured after so many years of paying it whatever interest, so it was $68.
Mm,
Nah.
mm.
Motherfuckers try to get me. And that's exactly what Xbox and PlayStation doing.
Hey, I mean, that's what all of them doing. Only niggas not really doing as bad as Nintendo, but they slowly getting into it too, because slowly but surely, motherfuckers gonna have to get their money. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yep.
just
Nigga, that shit still didn't go down in price yet, nigga.
well, it didn't. Why? Why? It's selling too much. I wouldn't go down in price. Supply and demand. Nigga, go down in price. Why? If you buying it,
Yeah.
nigga,
To
why?
be honest,
Nigga,
it's still the cheapest console out there.
nigga, hey, ask me when the last time Coca-Cola had a price cut, nigga. Nigga, never. Nigga, we raise our prices every year and never get no complaints because people gonna buy it anyway, nigga. And people buying the Switch, why?
Yeah,
Why?
fuck you, man.
Why? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just being real. Like supply and demand, nigga. Like you want my shit, buy my shit. Got me fucked up. I got kids.
I know.
Fuck
Fuck
that
you.
shit.
You know
Now
what I'm
that you
saying?
told me that, I'm going back to RC Cola, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Put you out of a job.
So the thing about I mean, the best thing that they can do, especially being forwards and backwards compatible, is just increase resolution and texture resolution. This is the main reason why this shit isn't going to work with Microsoft. Like, you need to have a new console to have new, I don't know what their plan is for this generation. I really don't know. Like you said, a refresh console, that's what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else what else are you doing? It's pretty sad.
Hey man, all you gotta do
It is.
is say these magical wait till
Nigga,
You're
yep,
right.
yep. I heard everything. She was fantastic.
I
What you
heard.
just
I
said.
heard. Wait until E3.
Yeah.
Word, that's all I heard.
Oh shit. Hey, hey, you know what my question is too, cuz? Where is Phil at? Like Matt Booty said all this shit. Where Phil at?
Phil in Tokyo.
Is
Trying to
he?
get some more. He's trying to get some more
Trying
Japanese
to
games.
get some more Japanese games? That's what he doing?
Yeah, trying to
That
get some
nigga's
more
in
Japanese games.
Thailand, nigga.
I'm saying.
That nigga sent Matt Booty out to get murdered, nigga. He does not want to get his face behind this kind of bad news, my nigga. He sent Matt
Phil
Booty in
gonna
there to
be
deliver that.
Phil gonna be on the fucking stage though.
Yeah,
That motherfucker don't
every
never miss
time.
that stage time.
Every time.
And
Nigga.
Matt Booty be the one answering questions in the back.
On me, nigga. Tell the niggas, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my nigga, you're gonna have to wait 2 years. But don't worry, you know. We got plenty of
You're gonna get
games
your
coming.
time. You're gonna get your time.
No. And nigga be talking under his breath like, no game is behind for the first 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers is burnt, nigga. What the fuck is that?
But let me ask you a question. So, like, you guys remember at the
Somebody
beginning, I don't
chewing.
know if you guys remember this at the beginning of this gen,
Mm-hmm.
Xbox had a fucking deal with GameStop to put their shit on layaway so that you could buy their shit from them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that this No Gamers Left Behind for this whole first 2 years, excuse me, is to lessen the blow for how much the price of it is going to be to give people time to save up for it?
Hey, what do you mean? What do you mean about? What do
I
you
don't
mean
know.
about?
I don't know
I
about
mean,
that.
Hold on. I had a question though because when GameStop was putting that on layaway, it wasn't just the Xbox. You could have done the PlayStation too. Because you got to understand that they buy that shit from them. They don't sell it and then pay them. So I don't know if it was an Xbox thing for GameStop
Mm-hmm.
because I know it was just a thing that they had. Rather, if it was a PlayStation or Xbox, they let you put that on layaway.
Around here, they were saying Xbox, so
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
around here and the North Winds and West End, it was both. It was both consoles. Both
Hmm.
consoles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't shop. I don't shop. I don't shop at GameStop. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I do. I
I
shop at,
can't
when
confirm
it
or
comes to
deny.
consoles, I do because once they announce them, I go and I put my money down, for the Xbox and the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's more than enough layaway. You know what I'm saying?
I would hate to have to go to
Just
Best Buy for shit, bro. Like they don't
Nah,
give a
I
fuck
go to
about that
Best
shit.
Buy. I go to Best Buy because I can put that motherfucking insurance on that bitch. If I go to
yeah.
if I be a day one motherfucker, if that bitch break, I can take it back and get a brand new.
I feel you on that.
Well, you can do that with just the regular shit from Xbox.
No,
and Sony. If within that year something breaks down, nigga, you get that shit for free.
No, what I'm
You
saying
talking about the
is
extended?
I have to mail it in if I use the
Oh,
warranty
I
that
see what
comes
you're
with the
saying.
box.
Yeah.
If I just take it back to Best Buy, they just exchange it and give me a brand new one.
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
have
you're
to
right.
wait.
How much y'all think this Xbox gonna cost?
$500.
I'm thinking about $600.
I'm thinking 600. I'm thinking 600
I'm
as
thinking
well.
$5.
I'm thinking
The PlayStation?
$599.99. No, the Xbox.
I'm thinking $5.
I don't know, man.
If any of these consoles go past $500, they fucked. That's an automatic. You fucked.
I think it's
Sony
gonna be
already proven that shit when they came out with the PS3.
$599.99. $599.99. That's what I think.
That's deep, bro.
I
I ain't
think.
gonna front.
Well, I mean, shit, the PlayStation came out like
You know
that. I
what they
mean,
gonna
it's
tell you?
doable.
You know what they gonna tell
And
you?
you see what happened to it?
They gonna tell you. They gonna tell you exactly what that
They
nigga.
still sold more than Xbox.
They gonna tell you exactly what Don Matrix said.
I mean, once the price went down and shit.
They gonna tell you what Don Matrix said. Cause they gonna say if you don't like it, then we have another system that's cheaper.
Get another job, nigga. Find another job.
The Xbox One.
Yeah, just like they did with the 360.
Yeah, they gonna tell you the same. I mean, that's basically what they're telling you now, just in a nicer way. Like, nigga, all our games are gonna be forward and backwards compatible. So, like, you don't need to buy a new fucking system. And if you don't like the price, that's fine. You still get the same.
Order for them to sell that shit at $600. I mean, I can get it either way, but order for them to sell it for $600, they gotta have an elite controller with it or something. But if not, then motherfuckers ain't gonna like it.
I mean, niggas.
If not, I think if anything, they keep it at 500.
I think they're gonna like it though, Diver, because they like what's happening right now. If they like this, they like anything. You know what I'm saying? If they can make an excuse about this, you're not gonna have no Xbox Series X games exclusively for 2 years. Like, if you can damage control that, you can damage control anything. You know what I'm saying? The main thing is
I mean, realistically, that's all you be buying, just $600, because you ain't buying no games. You just use Game Pass, right?
That's it. Yeah, that's what they're gonna push. You can use Game Pass, it'll be on your shit. You pay $11.99 because I got money that it's gonna move up to $11 once the new Xbox comes. It's gonna have to go up in price once the new Xbox Series X comes out.
Because if you think about it, if you do it with a PlayStation, you gotta look into, all right, if you buy a new console, you gotta buy it for the games, right? So you gotta buy the console and the launch games that's coming with. So that right there just depends on how many games you buy. And if you buy one game and the console is $400, that's $460 plus tax. You right around $500 already, just for one console and one game. You right there. So if you at $500, you about close to $600 if you buy another game.
I'm telling you.
Matter of fact, after taxes, you will be at $600.
It's gonna be $600, and it's gonna come with like 3 months free Game Pass, maybe even 1 month, 14 days free Game Pass.
They better put at least 6 months to a year free Game Pass with that shit.
Nope,
if they charging that much.
I mean, they never intended to make this.
It might be a year if they're giving it away. If they're giving it away sometime your first year for $1, I'm sure they'll probably do it.
I promise you, this is a this gen refresh. I promise you this shit. The controller not even different. I promise. This is the first generation.
Yeah, it is.
Nigga, they got a button. A button.
The D-pad changed too.
Well,
the D-pad, and that's not changing your fucking controller, bro. It's the same exact controller.
The D-pad is just the only thing I see difference on it. It's got that.
The D-pad changed.
It's got that share now bullshit. You can get online now.
I'm sorry. It's a this generation. We hashed controller, my nigga. It's changed on some rehashedness. You know what I'm saying?
That's basically what the PS5 controller is gonna be. It's gonna be based off of this shit, and we don't even know if it's gonna be touchscreen or not.
A rehashed PS4 with a screen.
It's gonna be that fucking
Why does it need to be?
Hey, you know what's next?
I mean, with these controllers we have now, there's really no need to actually change up the fucking controller.
No, actually, you do. If Sony is
what does Sony have to change with their controller?
They are catching up to Nintendo.
I know they got to take that goddamn speaker out. They need to take that fucking speaker out.
I believe that's staying.
No, what are you talking about?
You know what they need to do? You know what Sony needs to work on?
Take out that fucking shitty touchpad.
They need to work on the fucking joystick.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Y'all have this problem with PlayStation after you played it long enough, it'll get fucked up and it'll always go one direction.
You'll have like a dead zone on your analog stick there, Royal. Yep.
Y'all motherfuckers are rough with y'all goddamn controllers. My shit ain't ripped off yet.
You better treat that motherfucker like it got punani lips, nigga.
Bro, it's not even. I'm not even talking about aggressive with the shit. Nah, bro, I'm not even talking about being aggressive with the shit. I'm just talking about just normal play.
But they are upgraded.
Like the PlayStation controller, like after a few years,
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. I thought you was done.
I feel like after a few years, the PlayStation controller does wear down on the joystick.
Look,
it needs to have at least better.
Sony has already upgraded their controller, right? They already announced that they got the new rumble features that go with the flow of whatever you're doing. And niggas are saying
haptic?
Haptic ones. And niggas are saying, oh, Xbox already does. No, they don't. They do the rumble triggers. They don't got haptic. It's a difference. It's similar to Nintendo.
Hey, you know what I heard that? You know what the first thing I thought of, and I can't wait for that shit? Catching the Axe again. On part 2. I can't wait. Catching the Axe, man. That's just gonna be so sick with haptic fucking rumble.
Yeah, real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, fighting games
can't wait
is
for
gonna
that
feel
shit.
like something new, nigga. Like almost everything is gonna feel new. You know what I'm saying? It's just going like they even talked about how driving on certain terrain is going to change the. That's just going to be lit. But it's and if they change, they need to take off that touchpad. Period. If y'all, I don't know why y'all didn't mention that.
They putting no.
I like the touchpad.
I did mention it,
man. They just need to. They need to implement it better, though.
They putting extra shit in there, but all I'm hearing is this fucking controller gonna be need to be charged every fucking hour.
Look.
No, they said they put a bigger battery in.
Look. On top of that, though, I don't need batteries, my nigga. Like, right? Like, Xbox still need batteries, my guy. Batteries. Okay?
I get rechargeable batteries, so I'm not.
So what does that mean?
You seen that video I put up with my nephew?
Batteries.
Did you see that video I put up with my nephew of that adventure of Xbox, nigga? When we went from the house.
Yeah, I seen that video where you could have just bought him some fucking recharge pack and the same price that you bought all those fucking batteries.
That's my nephew, not my son. Nigga got me fucked up. You suffering over there, nigga.
Man, nigga, it was the same price as those fucking batteries you bought. You bought the fucking industrial
but
pack.
but let's get something straight, because I had this debate with somebody else. Some people on the Xbox side love the fact that they still need batteries.
They love it.
That way they don't have to worry about charging it.
I know.
They can just pop in some new batteries, have a pack of batteries sitting next to them when their shit die.
Right.
My thing is if you're going to be using batteries, at least give them rechargeable batteries and a recharge cable.
Right.
You can easily throw that into the price of the console.
Or you can just use an actual USB connector, and there you go.
Look, all you gotta do is spend $20 motherfucking dollars to get a plug and play, and that's it.
And if you don't do that, then you'll have your controller on a subscription. I mean,
y'all know Microsoft has a partnership with Duracell, right?
I limited that by buying a USB cord for my Xbox controller, but I'm good now.
If you use batteries, you're gaming on a subscription with your controller. Because once those batteries run out, you cannot play it again until you pay it. Right? It's facts. It's fucking hard.
Well, fuck me, dude. I guess fucking having a TV with an actual remote that takes AAA batteries, dude. You're on a subscription, bro.
It does.
Hey, I had to switch my PlayStation batteries twice already. So you act like they don't go bad.
When I buy a new console, I always buy an extra controller and one of those fucking chargers.
Because you don't play, nigga. You be out here talking shit, but you don't play.
What you mean, nigga?
You switched out batteries,
I just beat Darkstalkers 3, nigga. I'll play you right now, nigga. You can check my motherfucking
nigga, what's up, nigga? You got me fucked up.
Nigga, my gamer score higher than yours on Xbox, and you would never see my motherfucking trophy score because trophies tell you how good of a gamer I am, nigga. Trophies.
Trophy don't say shit, nigga. You could have done like your boy and had somebody play for you, nigga, and say that's your trophy, nigga.
I would never disrespect my skills like that.
Right. Yeah, how do you know that, nigga?
Hey, you see how I did you and your Xbox homies.
You hang around with people that do it, so how do we know you don't do it?
I played with you on Call of Duty. What are you talking about, my nigga? What are you
not on this board.
What?
Yo, run this fade on Call of Duty, Josh.
Me, you, and Fatal, huh?
Run this fade on Call of Duty. What's up?
You're not ready, my nigga. My cousin is on right now. My cousins are on, nigga.
Wait, how long have you had the Xbox for? The Xbox One for, Thrash?
Which one? I got
the Xbox One.
You mean the X or just the place straight up Xbox One? I got Xbox One.
Just the Xbox One in general.
I got Xbox One when that shit, what's that shit called? That Time game came out. Nigga, that busted
Titanfall?
No.
Quantum Break.
Quantum Break came out. I bought that shit for Quantum Break. You know what I'm saying?
That was what, 2016, I guess, right? Or was it 2015? Okay, 2016.
Why would you do that shit to yourself? For Quantum Break.
I was expecting better, my guy. Like I really was. Like that's what it is. Like at least they sold me on the Xbox with that. I would have been sold on Scalebound as well. You know what I'm saying? But you know how life is, and Xbox how they do get gamers, my nigga. You know?
Said you know how life is.
But nigga, I see any of y'all niggas in Call of Duty, my nigga. My cousins is on there right now. It's nothing.
Nigga, what your cousins got to do with this ass whooping?
When we
I'm gonna be here, bro. I'll give you that fade anytime, bro.
You're not ready, my nigga. I'm gonna tell my nephew, my cousins, watch. You gonna be laughing, nigga.
Nigga, what you gonna nigga? I'm gonna tell my cousins.
We all
What's
talking
wrong with you,
nigga. When we get down, nigga, we hunt niggas. Like straight up, we hunt. Niggas call us out all the time.
You don't want none of this,
They call out the Goon Squad all the time, nigga. The niggas call us out, nigga. We roll up on niggas, cause in the middle of their games. You know how you can join games through the friend, nigga. We do that shit, nigga. We join right through the friends list, nigga. And they put you on the opposite team most of the time. Over there, murking niggas, nigga. So watch your motherfucking tone. You got me,
man?
Watch your motherfucking tone. I don't even like Call of Duty.
Hey,
22,000 for gamer score, Thrash. Not bad, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
How much?
I'm gonna tell you.
Not bad, but that in what, fucking 3 years since you've had the console, dude? That's kind of whack, dude.
What?
D said.
Yeah, nigga, 22,000, nigga. I think I got like 60,000. Nigga, fuck with me.
Dude, I got fucking. I have 20. I got 22K in less than a year.
What's your PlayStation one?
My PlayStation.
Nigga, I got. I don't know what you guys got on the trophies, nigga. I got 100 trophies.
Look, give me a sec. I'll tell you in a second.
Nigga, don't fucking play with me. I play multiple systems, nigga, and your Switch mushroom count, nigga. The fuck out of here, nigga.
Mushroom count?
I wish they did.
But you don't play phone. You don't play phone games.
Your Xbox like gamer score is pretty bad, man. For fucking 3 years, bro.
You might have got me on PlayStation, but your score ain't higher than mine on Xbox.
Hey, what games they had on Xbox for me to do? Huh? What game?
I don't know. Fucking find shit to play.
What game on PlayStation they had?
What they have? What they have for me? Nothing.
You got me on PlayStation, but you didn't get me on Xbox.
Don't blame me that Microsoft made their system unattractive to play games on, my nigga.
Don't blame me. PlayStation only had a few games that I like.
I mean, exactly. And it only had a few games that I like, my nigga. Like, what do you want me to tell you? I mean,
while we bring it up, trophies and goddamn games.
Yeah, nigga, you the one who brought that shit out, nigga.
Hey, Fatal brought it up, nigga. He asked me how many years so he could.
I didn't bring up anything.
Nigga,
you're the one that brought up gamer score, and I went and I looked to see how you were doing. That's all I did.
Don't blame me for shit being garbage, my nigga. I mean, fuck.
Hey, I'm not blaming you for shit being garbage.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Nigga, I got
you're
almost
bragging about gamer score that you've had for fucking 3 years,
that?
dude. I mean, it's fucking almost getting close to that within one.
You know
like, I mean, there's nothing really to brag about, man. But your PS4 fucking shit, though, is where it actually counts because that's what you prefer. And that's what you're
looking for, love.
Yeah, nigga. And if anybody want to see me in something, nigga, hit me up. King Thrash is my motherfucking PSN. Yes, I am the original. There is
soda I had left. I'll be drinking my shit.
No numbers behind my name, nigga. Anytime you want to holler at me, just look up King Thrash, nigga. King Thrash 360.
And you ain't never online. You can look up his name, but you'll never be online, nigga.
I'm online right now, nigga. What the fuck?
Wait, what's your PSN ID?
King Thrash. Straight up. That's it, King Thrash. No space.
Okay, well, I just typed it in on fucking PSN profiles.
Yeah, look at it. Nigga, I mean, find it. You see a crown right there, nigga. You see a crown. That's me, the king of games. Is what the fuck I do, nigga. Relax. I don't even got. And I'm not a trophy hunter neither, my nigga. That should be big. Like,
that's bullshit. You over here talking about your trophy now. You're not a trophy hunter.
I'm not a trophy hunter, my nigga. I just get trophies from playing games.
All right, so I'm gonna make sure I give you that favor.
Nigga, my shit is high as fuck, and I ain't no trophy hunter, nigga.
Wait, so you trying to do teams or what's up?
Nigga, look, Pablo. Just don't worry about shit right now, nigga. You talking to a goon. All right, don't worry about it.
I want all the smoke right now, bro.
I'm gonna do this the easy way.
I had achievements in was fucking Uno, nigga. And that was
you know you don't
Hey, thanks, impatient, cuz you know what it is. Nigga, it's nothing. It's
I
nothing to
maxed
handle
that
you
motherfucker
niggas.
out, son.
That's why I said
100%
I
on
call
Uno,
out any Xbox nigga that want this work on this motherfucking Call of Duty. We got crossplay. Take advantage. You cried for it. Let's use it, nigga. Where the fuck y'all niggas at?
Damn
nigga?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Come get this work then, nigga. You ain't say nothing but a word, nigga.
We're smooth.
You on here
I'm
talking
finna
all
say
that
Friday.
loud
It's
mouth,
been a couple
nigga. Let's get
rounds.
on. Get on, nigga. Get on.
Nigga, smooth. MM2K, Dirt Griggity, Next Gen.
Hey, nigga. Hey, fuck all them niggas. Hey, check this out, cuz.
Nigga, any of you niggas who wanted Colt Eastwood, I know your daughter plays for you. Put her ass. I'll smack her too, nigga. It's nothing. It is nothing.
Hey, is Spartan God in the chat? He said Randolph Thor was fucking heated right
Royal.
now.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that earlier. Well, I'm the white.
What's your PSN name, dude?
Who? Me?
Draco Rex, motherfucker. Goddamn.
Oh, you're playing fucking.
I don't say it enough on every motherfucking podcast.
No. I'm clarifying. I'm clarifying because I'm just a little bit baffled at what the fuck you're playing right now.
Yeah, playing Days motherfucking Z.
Hey,
motherfucking
I
Z,
wonder.
bro.
I wonder what the Series X is gonna say. Nigga, like, hey, what game you playing? Nigga, I'm playing on. You playing on your Series or you playing on your fucking Xbox, my nigga? Which one? Like, are they gonna have? I can't get over this fact. I can't get over the fact that it's not gonna have no launch games, bro. I can't get over that. Can't get over
It
that.
is. Why? They didn't have it. They didn't have no launch game last one. So what can't you get?
Yes, they did. What do you mean? They had Rise. They had that zombie
That
game.
Those
wasn't cross-gen games.
What he's saying that Forza was like the only fucking title they had that came out during that launch.
No, they had Killer Instinct.
When the Halo?
It was Forza.
Killer Instinct is not. I don't think Killer Instinct. They own the IP for Killer Instinct.
Yes, they do.
Killer Instinct. They had Rise. They had what's that shit? Oh, no, that's third party shit. Rise is third party. Okay, they had Killer Instinct, and they had
Rise third party,
and they had Forza and Killer Instinct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they had.
The other three games were they don't own those IPs.
They didn't own those. Yeah. So it was Killer Instinct and that. I think it was something else. Something's telling me that it's something else, but I just can't think of it because Xbox is so car. Oh, that Connect game that rated like 3 points. It was a Connect game.
Oh, that's right. Connect was still a thing.
Oh, Connect Adventures.
That's right.
Connect Adventures.
Yeah, they had no. It was a karate game too, nigga. That was garbage as fuck, nigga. Like a fighting Connect game
that was on the 360. That was on 360.
I don't know, bro. No, I'll look it up, nigga. I remember.
What you talk about? Because I had that bitch. That shit was trash.
You would buy that shit. You would buy it. But they had.
Hey, that's when Connect was hot, son. That when the Connect was hot, son.
Connect was never hot, my guy. Never. It was just they gave you the illusion, nigga. He was hype up the illusion, nigga. Shit, just like Sony did with the Move and shit. Nigga, just hype up the illusion.
Nigga, I was staying in the army, living in the barracks. Son. That's when the motherfucker had that goddamn Dance Central. That's when you had
that Nino Kune remastered there, Thrash. Good looking out, dude.
The what?
Nino Kune remastered, man.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Good shit.
Yeah, that is.
That game is fucking fire, bro.
Yeah, you see it. You see my library, my nigga. My library is stupid.
Yeah, I'm browsing through it. I'm just talking to people.
My library is stupid as fuck, my nigga. I game, my guy. I got games you ain't never even seen before on there, nigga. Packy fact.
Yeah, so far I have not seen or fucking played yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying, nigga. My library is respectable. Nigga, hey, go through Foxy Games library. I dare you. I dare. I mean, I mean, not disrespect. I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe if I want to vomit. If I want to vomit, I will. Yeah.
Hey, if you want a surprise, go through Carlos's. Go through Carlos's.
Was his
Carlos ain't got no games, nigga.
No. You would think that the bigger gamers would be like Foxy Games and Ryan. No, that nigga Carlos got Gizames, nigga, all the way back to the PS3. Nigga, Foxy ain't got no PS3 games, and Ryan got like 6. Like Foxy just started gaming in PS4 era, man. I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell you, but that nigga Carlos, the bigger gamer out of everybody over there, my nigga. And no hating. I mean, if you just began gaming, that's fine. You're awesome, but it is what it is. It is what it is, nigga. It's just the facts when you look them up. It's just so hilarious. Just looking at shit, bro. It's just crazy, my nigga. But yeah, you wouldn't believe who the bigger gamers is looking at their trophies. It's the only time I look at trophies, my nigga, is when I need to get some work on some niggas. And that nigga.
Yeah, but it's 10:30, so I'm gonna go ahead.
It is like we ain't supposed to be doing this shit anyway. Go get your outro, my nigga. Go ahead.
I didn't even do intros. Fuck all that.
We didn't do.
Word.
We didn't, huh?
Yeah, we said we was just do the outro.
Damn, that's true. We didn't do no intros at all. That's true.
And I just popped in randomly.
Facts.
That's what I said.
Facts. Ooh. Super facts. You gonna let that slide? You gonna let that slide, Snow Bunny? Like, yeah. She ain't been around long enough to be nasty enough.
Yeah, she gave it a, it was like that slide in.
Yeah.
That slide in.
Well, nigga, if we ain't got nothing else, that's it anyway, though, right? That's what we talked about. Everything we was
That's
gonna
about
talk
it.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all the news we had.
Xbox fans are in denial, clearly in denial, and Sony is skipping E3 2020. We gave y'all niggas.
and,
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
and I was
Oh,
saying
it
that
sounded the
some
same old shit.
Nintendo fans have lost their damn minds. So anyway.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Well, we know that Nintendo fans are off and on with the mindness, you know? Like, they're off and on with
No. Like I said, some of them have lost their fucking minds. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, dude.
what they do.
They're just stupid, crazy shit going on. Right now, they're just with the whole Pokemon thing. They're up in arms about that whole thing again.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah, they
Yeah.
still
freaking
are. Yeah.
season pass and shit.
Yeah, they're all. And my thing is I kind of fault like Game Freak for this because the thing is everybody was already screaming you had less content. Then less than 2 months after the game drops, you're gonna sit up here and tell me you're gonna have a season pass that adds a bunch of other stuff in. You should have waited at least a year before
Yeah.
you announced that.
Yeah, real
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
At least a year
I told,
before you announce that.
I
So
told y'all.
somebody put a meme up with PlayStation having Final Fantasy 7 and then Final Fantasy 7 Part 2. And then they put the fucking Nintendo shit with the fucking Pokemon shit up under it. I was like, God damn.
And then what's killing me is each season pass is $30.
Each one is $30, so
I
you paying
told y'all.
another $60.
Yes, for season pass for Sword is $30, and the season pass for Shield is $30.
Y'all had to pay $150 all
I
the
told
No,
y'all. I told y'all Nintendo is
that was like
$180.
Nintendo
Yeah.
is slowly but surely turning into the rest of these niggas because they all want to rob us. Niggas better
That's
start
what I
paying.
told. Like, but then on the flip side of it, I'm sitting here like, well, everybody says Nintendo needs to come up with the times. Well, shit, they are coming up with the times. They're doing the same
Yeah.
shit other companies are doing.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Now as you sit there and think
Y'all
about
asked for it.
I mean, and that's the thing. That's what I look at people. I'm like, okay, you guys want Nintendo to come up with the times. Hell,
Motherfuckers,
Nintendo's doing it.
From now on, every red mushroom is 5 cents, motherfucker. They gonna
Exactly.
every
And
extra man is $1.
I'm saying.
But like I said, if they had
Green
waited at
mushroom.
least, if they had waited at least 6 months to a year to announce that season pass, people
Hey.
wouldn't have lost their shit the way they have.
Can you imagine before you start a Mario game, you have a pack for red mushroom, green mushroom, stars, fucking.
Hey, can you imagine
You know what I'm
when
saying?
you boot
Banana
that
peels.
damn Mario game up? They asking you for their credit card.
Yeah, Yoshi eggs. It'll be some wild shit. It'll be
they got a
microtransaction.
credit card. They got a credit card swiper on the fucking controller now.
It'll be loot crates in the form of Yoshi eggs and shit.
They got
Some
Apple
wild
Pay
shit.
instead of the NFS sensor. It's an Apple Pay sensor just to set your phone on and go with it.
Hey, real shit.
And at the end of the day, y'all motherfuckers ask for that
Samsung
shit.
Pay? Does it take Samsung Pay? God damn.
Yep, and that's the thing. That's why I look at people like Nintendo's are so old and they need to come up with the times. Well, I don't want them to come up with the fucking times because then that means I'm gonna get microtransactions like hell.
The time
Have y'all seen what the Top's been doing to us? Have y'all seen what the Top's been doing to us?
Yeah, real
I
shit.
thought all the old heads. I thought all the whole old heads at Nintendo were gone now.
Nah.
They replaced the first
Yo, are we
guy
still
who
live
they
or no?
replaced.
He died, so they got a new president. Oh no, but then the new president left too, huh? The nigga who replaced it.
Nah, he was only there temporarily
He was an
until they
intern.
found No, yeah, until they found somebody else, and then they got Furukawa, and he is the one in Japan now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got
Replace
Doug
Reggie with
Bowser
Bowser.
here in the U.S.,
Yeah.
but I think the one for Europe is still the same.
Mm.
I feel like they hired that motherfucker just for his name.
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
mean, they're like
I think so
Bowser,
too.
nigga. Just get this nigga. How
Yeah,
many
the
times
nigga last.
he
Yeah.
called off 17 times? You know what? But his name is Bowser, though, my nigga. Like you got it.
Yeah.
He got
Word.
he got write ups for harassing bitches. Nigga, his name is Bowser. Bowser life is harassing the Princess
I'm
Peach,
just
my
saying.
nigga. Fuck.
You know
Can
he's gonna be
you
grabbing some
imagine
peaches.
answering
You
the
know this
phone
man
for
gonna be
his
grabbing some
office?
peaches. Of course he would.
Can you imagine answering the phone for his office? This is Bowser's office. How may I help
Oh
you?
me.
Man.
Oh me. I know they don't call him by his first name. They call him Bowser. Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Hey, wait for Bowser to come,
Yeah.
Tim. Tim.
Man.
John Jack
Oh shit,
Bowser.
you about to go see Bowser in his office, cuz? Shit.
But man,
And
it really
now
isn't the
we're
same without
touring
Reggie being around,
Nintendo's
though, man.
factory. Here is Bowser's office.
Yeah, real
I'm saying.
shit.
Yeah, man. This nigga don't have no first name no more.
Hey,
Doesn't.
and he got beef.
But I mean, truth be told, like it's not the same without fucking Reggie being around, though. I mean, it was nice to see him at the Game Awards and stuff, man. But I mean, like he was like that spokesperson.
He
for
was
Nintendo
always
that
Who?
actually it's fucked about, dude.
He was always weird, but he was.
Who?
Yeah, well, but that's what
He
made
was
him
weirdly
awesome,
necessary.
though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was weirdly necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
not. I mean, I don't really care for those figurehead type shit because realistically, Sony's best figurehead spokesperson never really even existed.
Yeah.
Kevin Butler was the best ever,
Ha,
and that motherfucker wasn't
stupid.
even real. That motherfucker was fiction.
Yeah.
Yo! I remember last generation, dude, when people actually saw him do like another commercial that wasn't Sony related, and I remember people
Man.
fucking going ballistic at him on Twitter about it too.
Yeah,
That shit was
he
funny
lost the
as fuck.
Sony deal because of it. You can't be doing no
Yeah.
other commercials at the
Yeah.
time, and he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It is what it is, nigga. But we out though. Fuck y'all niggas.
For sure. I was about to say he could have been. I was
Yep,
about to
I'm
say
outta
he
here
could have been
myself.
the Jared Subway to PlayStation, but that's not right. No,
Yes,
he's
sir.
Nah,
Shut
nah,
up,
nah. He
bitch.
did nothing
That's not
like
right.
that.
No.
Nah, hell no.
Man.
I'm done,
That's-
bro.
But fuck your outros, cuz we fuck y'all in the chat as well. We don't give a fuck about how you feel. Just
Word.
let me go ahead
Yeah,
and
fuck your feelings, bitch.
this nigga Shake, this nigga what's his name, Super Saiyan, whatever he was in the chat that I had to go ahead and let go of for talking shit to people. Just hit me up on PlayStation, so let me have a talk with this nigga. But if y'all niggas y'all wanna catch a fade in that motherfucking Call of Duty, I might hop on that right now. Anybody
Nigga, let's go.
else want to say any leaving parting words? I don't want to just be the only nigga to say something. I mean,
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Thank you.
Fuck,
I will see y'all Friday.
okay.
fuck
Bye.
y'all.
Okay.
I hate y'all, but I love y'all at the same time.
Yeah, so fuck y'all.
Bye.
I mean, you know what it is.
But fuck y'all more though.
I mean,
Come see us
more.
on some Call of Duty, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, fuck your relatives. I mean, fuck it. I mean,
Hey, you know what,
no.
Crash? That's what we need to do, nigga. We need to get a squad and fuck these niggas up.
Y'all niggas
Who want to
ain't
come on
fucking
here and
fucking
talk
That's
shit?
a fact, bro.
Hey, middle fingers to the sky, my niggas. I mean, y'all niggas know what it
Word,
is.
nigga.
We'll holler at y'all. Hey, hopefully we'll see y'all niggas Friday for sure. You know what I'm saying? We'll be here Friday. Only reason I'm here today is because I'm sick and I ain't had to go to work. So here we are, nigga. And I told my
Still
girl,
fucking up the times and shit, right?
you know what I'm saying?
Always messing shit up, nigga.
Hey, I'm here. We here. We doing this. You know what I'm saying?
So what time Friday if we do it Friday?
Same bad time, same bad channel, my nigga. 6 o'clock.
8 o'clock, my nigga.
6 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock your time, 9 o'clock Draco's and everybody else's time. All right, y'all. We out.
All right, cool.
All right, peace, nigga.
All right, fuck y'all.
Bye.